What up? What up? What up, good people? How y'all doing today? What up, D?
What's cracking, B?
Chilling, chilling.
Nice.
So today, I feel like we would have got hyped today for the show that we talking about because we got to see your boy.
Yes.
So we're covering Kenjin, and it would be episodes 13 through 15, but 12 was the end of season one. So we're going season two,
Yeah.
episodes 1 through 3.
It's crazy when you think about that. Like it's already been like most seasons are like 30 episodes, you feel me? So having like a 13 and it's perfect timing because it was end of one bracket and then going to the next bracket.
Yeah,
And they started off with some
but
heat.
we still in the first round though. We still in the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
round,
yeah, definitely.
which is also good.
Bro, well, you know I'm a big wrestling fan. I am a big wrestling fan. I'm gonna tell you how some of y'all current fans, like The Rock back to the bloodline. If y'all know what I mean, I know what I mean. Y'all know understand this is a monumental thing. So having an anime with a wrestler in it and is not someone who just like you can walk over, who actually holds his own. We saw what he did with Oma before, and he got up and Oma, we thought Oma like decapitated this man. And he got up like, yeah, no problem, right? So I said, yo, that's not normal. That's not normal. So this man come around for the tournament, and I thought he's in the tournament. He is my pick. Season 2, episode 1, my man's back. He's back.
So so he gets to go up against another wrestling form, sumo wrestling. So
Dude.
like I think just out of a matchup stand, like that was dope in itself because it's like you got basically old school wrestling versus new school wrestling.
Bro, this was probably like, and my, just me being the, this is my favorite matchup. This is, that's all the sumo wrestler is. Out of all the matchups, there's been some really, really cool fights. This matchup lived to the hype. It was actually like when he came out, he started mocking him with the hairstyle. That's just showing him like his care to the fans and this being a showsman. My man came out there with intentions to murk the wrestler. The sumo wrestler had all
Right,
intentions to put this man in the ground, and
right,
you could not beat the man, the living legend. You can't beat him. He is a monster.
bro.
Yo, but
This fight was dope though, because
yes, it
like
was.
like you said, he came out mocking the sumo wrestler with the backwards hairstyle. He
Yes,
was like, "If you already getting mad about this, then this ain't even going to be a match."
at all. He tried. He definitely tried.
So as soon as they start to walk away to start the match, the sumo wrestler just grabs his hair and just smashes his head into the ground while taking out the tie that was holding the backwards ponytail.
Yes.
And then told him, "All right, stop playing around. Come on, get up."
I'm not gonna lie. The sumo wrestlers' strength was remarkable. I'm not gonna put a front about that. I was a little worried at times. I thought my man was about to get obliterated because this man came out straight Yokozuna style. He was ready to go, had everything ready to stance, and also shows the evolution of just how sumo wrestling wasn't just a regular ha 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 back in Tekken days. This man actually had some technique and some hands. But
Right.
my man was basically doing the Shawn Michaels toying with his emotions the entire time, and it came with a dub. Tell me when you watch this kind of fight, power is power. Normally seen like a speed versus a small guy or a technique guy. This was actually like brute force for brute force. How do you feel about watching this?
Bro, like I said, it was dope because not only did you see like a form, how it evolved
Mm-hmm.
going against each other, but you seen that at the beginning of the fighting technique, it wasn't really so much different.
Wasn't.
Because at one point, the sumo wrestler was locked in with the regular wrestler, and he just kicks him out of nowhere, and everybody like, "What? That's not sumo. That's not." And it was like, that's actually the original form of sumo. It was a no holds bar. Like
Yes.
anything goes. And what does that sound like? Wrestling.
Yo, it was so cool just knowing that like I like the breakdowns of each character when like the commentary goes about their history. Even to the point the Napa, the gamer that lost in the fight the round couple matches before, he showed up to be like the pupil. Like he's like was super excited, like he was down. Him learning to be on the wrestling side, let's go.
Right.
We're taking everybody. It's forming over
So
here.
it was crazy how they even met because before the match, he bumps into the wrestler in the
Hmm.
hallway and falls. And the wrestler just one hand grabs him up. And he's like, "What?" He picked me up, and I'm like over 600 pounds.
Yeah. If you watched like the previous episodes and you seen how like the gamer dude was talking about how for Napa's that was we thought was like the strongest character from what we seen, but he was not.
Right.
But I man, this fight right here, like I rewatched this fight multiple times. That's how much I enjoyed this
Yeah.
episode.
I ain't even gonna
It's
lie. It was on point. It was on point because it was just like it was to the point where it was like not only was it a fight between a form of fighting,
mhm.
but it was a mental battle too, or willpower battle. Say that
Yeah.
because at one point the wrestler was like, "Oh, okay, I see why you're not as strong as you should be." He was like,
He's
you don't even love sumo no more, right?"
bro.
And that
The
was the biggest difference between the win and lose.
and the talk game, bro. To be able to talk while you're fighting, like this man was getting like he was getting like some strong offense attacks by sumo guy. Like you could have been knocked out by anybody else.
Right.
Ooh, that was a good one. Let's try it again. Like he was just playing with some macho man type vibe. And who's beating this guy? I don't care. Almost not beating him. He is my champion. He will be the champion of this whole thing. That's my pick. Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, like you said, the wrestler wins this round, right? So going into the next episode, it was almost like a break for everybody.
Yeah,
They got a little break, but you see Oma, it looked like he's in matches,
it did. It did.
but how they explained it was that every time Oma sleeps, he's mastered a technique that he can picture a fighter, any fighter, to the point where he knows what their moves are and he actually fights them in his sleep. So it's like a mental fight, which in turn, when he wakes up, turns into like secondhand movements. So he can kind of guess what they're doing as they're about to do it.
You know the coolest thing about that though was that when he was having the dreams, it's like you shadow boxing in your dreams, bro. Like that was just so dope concept of it because I thought it was like I'm like homeboy just lost. Like why are you fighting him again? Like did they find a scrap inside the like off duty type thing? You rub them the wrong way because I want to fight everybody. So I'm
Right,
thinking maybe they rumbling just off the time. They want to get at them. So seeing that and then seeing how it was like even the title I think was Master's Pupil is the title of the second episode and then seeing the Nico, his original trainer, come in into his dreams and say you
right,
only saw parts of their style,
right,
so you don't really know their full technique. Try versus me, and this Nico style is becoming unbelievable, bro. Because
bro.
last episode you mentioned about how he was bleeding a lot and how that's really important, and then we're learning more about this Nico style, bro. Like this thing is vicious.
Right. So it's crazy because when Nico actually popped into his dream, Oma was kind of confused, like, yo, why are you even here?
Yeah,
Like, obviously, it seems like Nico is trying to forget about the Nico style and Nico because they lost and he died. So he was
yeah.
like, you was too weak. So why am I going to do this technique when you died and you was too weak? But like everything that they're fighting in the dream, he Nico is using the Nico style against, and he like, you see how strong this is, basically. Like, stop playing around
Hmm.
and stop trying to tap into your life force because it's gonna kill you. Like he even broke down the weakness of the life force in the dream. He was like, "Yo,
Yo,
like." You go faster, you move faster, but you have less precision. Like, cut it out. Like, you
Yes,
can't do no Nico style while you in this form, and it's gonna kill you either
it
way.
did. And even mentioning like good point you mentioned about how it brings him to like adrenaline rush, like more strength he has. But versus people like the wrestler, it didn't work. It
Right,
did not work because the mass and actual power. So you actually took more damage and hurt yourself doing this. But Oma being Oma, he's just hard headed, bro. He's just a stubborn dude.
right. To the point where like he screams and wakes up and scares the mess out of his older and the girl. Like they were terrified.
Yes, they
He
were.
like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. So then they're standing there talking and his nose starts to bleed, like unusual amount of blood. And they're like, yo, you need to go to a doctor. He like, nah, I'm good. Ain't you making like ain't nothing. And then you
Yo.
see him go to the bathroom and this man is like throwing up blood
Yes.
to the point where it started coming out of his eyes.
I thought they were going to cut. They mentioned the doctor in the last episode, right? So when they say you want to go see a doctor, I'm like, yo, okay, we're going to see the interaction between the doctor and him. It didn't happen. So it's eventually going to happen. If he mentioned the doctor, he's going to eventually pop into this somehow, some way. But seeing how like those forms are hurting him, because he's probably what a middleweight compared to all these heavyweights out here.
Right.
Is he going to survive the whole thing? Because this is like what day what 2?
Yeah, this
Wait,
is
the
only
8 days,
like day 2 of the tournament, and he still got 6 more days.
and he bleeding like this? Like, is he really
But
going to last?
Oma was like, "Yo, I don't care as long as I get the revenge that I want." So he just
Okay,
wants to
so
fight the guy that's infatuated with him.
okay, so that's my question right now. So his original revenge was to kill the person who killed his original
Nico.
own, yeah. But then we once he found out that person is no longer living, now your revenge is going against the person who was present and took away your. That's not
Not
really like
not
real
only
purpose
that
to
though,
die.
not only that, but earlier in the season 1, before they got to the tournament part, he met the guy that's infatuated with him
He did,
outside. And he
yeah,
told him, he was like, "Yeah, you might as well change that revenge up because I killed the dude that killed your trainer." So
yeah.
now he's going after him because basically he took away his revenge.
And he's a sicko, bro. Everything about him is sicko. We cross paths him later on in a couple episodes, but like you can't even sense his aura, his presence. Like he's more of like just like a person you don't want to be stuck in a room with because you just don't know how. Not because of like physical, it's the mental aspect of this man's not all there. They're not all.
Right. So like you said, they come up. He comes up later on,
Yes.
and first he meets, I think, uh, no, before that, he meets the girl that wants to marry Oma. She's just walking the halls with the little girl that was the sister of the one that her brother like tried to snap his neck in 3.
Is he alive now? Because we saw the cutscene.
He's alive. The doctor is like the doctor of the century
Okay.
because he got him straight and he's
Because
alive.
they snapped his neck, and I'm like, yo, okay, cool. Then they show her, and she's back being blissful and everything else. I'm like,
Right,
oh, like you just screamed at your brother, his neck was snapped. We've seen the doctor cutscene. We see him on a table, but we don't. Now we see you just partying with the rest of the people.
right. So they're walking down this hallway, and the girl that loves Oma is like, she's like the sister is like, "Yo, you could go watch the match. It's all good. I'm fine now." She's like, "Nah, I'ma hang out with you. Oma don't have a match today." She was like, "Matter of fact, let's go see Oma after this." And she was like, basically, she was saying how she liked him, and the dude was walking down the hallway and stopped right in front of him. And the sister is thinking like, "Oh snap, he kind of cute."
Yeah, she did say
But he whispers something that only the other girl could hear and was like, "I'll let this happen if it doesn't pass the infatuation phase." And
that,
just keeps walking.
bro. Like the amount that's he's sicko, ladies and gentlemen. You know, in previous episodes, he is sicko. That's what we are classifying this man. He is just he has a lust that is like out this world. And if anybody even like puts a sweat drop on to Omar. He wants to kill them. That's how
Right.
much he wants to be with his man. So
Right.
seeing the like two people that want to be with Omar, and they both fighters, and then she's like, I didn't even see his presence. Was he even alive?
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. So then later on, you see him again.
Yeah,
Or first, we gotta talk about we gotta talk about this next fight though,
I'm mad, bro.
because
I'm mad
my
about that.
man was so hyped the fight, and it wasn't even his time to fight yet. Like he was there a whole day early in the ring, just screaming like, "Come on, let's go, yeah!"
He is definitely the kid that drinks too much Red Bull or Monster. That's what he is.
Right.
He just
Like
wanted to fight.
his boy was sitting in the stands like, "I told you the fight was tomorrow. Like you're the first one tomorrow. Like what are you doing? Stay warm." And he like, "I'll just eat so I can stay ready because I'm hyped. I'm ready to go right now."
And then we saw a fisherman back. We seen him, and I was like, we haven't seen him since a boat fight. So I was like, oh, this dude look vicious. Like from appearance, I thought he was going to do work. And then like as a story, I like how they are. They're taking like definitely like your everyday lifestyle mixed with your fighting style. So him having like the whole equilibrium being off, the balance because of him being at the sea and ocean for so long, to how you get like seasick and then you come back to the mainland, like you really don't have the same balance like that.
Yeah.
So this fight was having a super hyperactive kid versus a person who's fighting to keep his port. I was rooting for the fisherman. I ain't not gonna lie. The kid was annoying.
Right. Even a backstory had you wanting to, or the behind the scenes story had you wanting to vote for the fisherman because it was like he was supposed to be an easy win for the kid.
Mhm.
And the guy was like, "You know what? My bad. Like we didn't tell you, but we gotta win this because the other company was like, yo, we're about to take your whole place and turn it into a parking garage slash front spot for my employees."
Yeah.
So you see the fisherman actually start fighting, and he
Mhm.
was using techniques that he would on the boat.
Yes. The spear attack was freaking awesome.
Right. So it was like, all right, like he actually gave up a little fight. But I like how they explained this one thing after the fisherman did this spy move that they explained with the fish.
Yeah.
It was like if the guy in the stands was like, yo, if he had hit aim for anywhere else but his head, the fight would have been over with.
Yeah. It's showing that in the cutscene, and that his head was as strong as a samurai's shield, like on a helmet,
Yeah.
basically. That's crazy.
So like his whole body though was the whole match they were showing how his body, his bones, like they said it took so much of a beating and fracture that the bones like just naturally hardened.
Yeah.
So he was already hardened everywhere else, but then with the skull thing being like a samurai helmet,
Mhm.
so they went to go do their last move, and the fisherman chose a bear hug.
I got hype. I can't lie. I got
Right,
super hype.
and he was squeezing the mess out of him. But
Yeah.
then you seen a real Muay Thai move from the other guy, and he just elbow drops him in the spine and
Like
took both
clean.
fisherman out.
But then they went to the story, and he was like, almost like, yo, this man about to snap into his afterlife mode and then go ham. Because you would think that he's like, I got to do no matter what. I got to win no matter what. I'm thinking he going to like snap back to reality and take him out. And the winner is, and you see a fisherman is laid out. Just
Right,
like, bro, he's not coming back. It's over.
right. So it's like like I said, these fights is crazy, but we still haven't seen the president's fighter yet.
We haven't seen President's Fighter. We haven't seen the original Commissioner's Fighter. What's going on with that? The guy came there and toyed with Oma about speed. We haven't seen that one yet. We really haven't seen even the dude that had the one hit KO. His fights have only been that. I want to see what happens when he fights somebody he has to actually work for.
Yeah,
So it's also the other dude, Madness, that came through with the whole body transformation. Who is he going to pair with next? It's a lot going on. So, people, if you have not, please like, subscribe. We're going to finish this entire Netflix. It's on Netflix right now. So, go
yep,
and watch it. This is only I think it's 3 seasons right now, 3 parts.
I think so.
And each part is like 13 episodes. So right now we're on part 2. Keep rocking with us. Let me know who you got for winning. If you choose a wrestler, I'm going to like it, comment, because we both know he is the ultimate champion. He is going to win. Who is your pick right now, bro?
Bro, right now, uh
You still got the young man there too, the MMA fighter.
yeah,
Still got him in there too. But I
yeah.
think he has a heart condition.
It's tough to say right now because it's still like a lot of people we didn't see yet. Like it's still in the first round. So we're gonna have to come back after the first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the new world heavyweight champion.
All right, people. We'll hop on next time. Make sure y'all, like D said, like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, and just
Yes.
go on this journey with us, man. We got a lot of journeys. Hop on one of them. You surely won't miss with one. All right. But until next time, we'll see y'all.
Peace and love, yo. Peace and love. I'm trying to tell you, wrestling champ.